Hi everybody, I hope you're all enjoying this nice sunny day. They say that this has been the nicest spring ever, and well, it's been the nicest spring ever, it's also been the most testing spring ever. I guess few of us could have imagined that we would find ourselves in today's situation just a matter of weeks ago. I guess no one could have predicted what has happened and what we're having to deal with at the moment. Measures are now in place that none of us could ever have thought possible, and it's impacted both our lives in every different way, and that includes the life of the church, as we've seen over these past number of weeks. As a leadership, we've continued to meet with Zoom, as I know many of you doing the Connect groups have done. I have to say some of the issues that we've had to deal with have been amongst the most challenging. Not being able to visit those who are in need, whether that's at their home or visiting them in hospital. That's been really quite tough. It's been tougher still for those who've had to shield themselves and who continue to have to shield themselves as things go on. It seems that everyone is looking to July when we're told that the church in some form might be able to resume. And as a leadership, we wanted to say to you that we feel that the road back is certainly for us going to be a cautious one. There are certainly going to be things that we can do and things that we can't do. And with respect to that, we'll look at what others are doing, but we ourselves are not going to be compelled by it. The reality is that every congregation is different. The makeup of every congregation is different, as is the building that they meet in. So it's vitally important that we do what is right for us, and if that means taking a different route or a slower route back compared to what others are doing, then we'll do that. What's paramount to us is the health of our congregation, and we're not prepared to compromise on that. So as a result of that, we've set up a small core group who will begin to look at some of the implications that involves for us as a fellowship when it comes to social distancing and how things might look. Obviously, we hope to know more from the government and from the Baptist Union, and we'll follow that in due course, and we'll try and keep you updated as and when we know more. In the meantime, if you run a group within the church and you're thinking of returning and you want help to think about how you can do that, what the implications will be of social distancing, then please don't hesitate to get in touch and maybe we can chat or talk it through. As you know, Tim and Claire come to the end of their contracts at the end of this month, so if you could make sure that any gifts you want to give are with us, ideally by the 12th of June, that would be really, really good. Many of you are aware that before the lockdown we had identified 2 candidates we wanted to interview for the position of our youth and children's worker. Those interviews now we intend to go ahead in early July. Now it may be that we decide not to appoint any of those candidates, but if we want to appoint one of them, then that presents us with a really, really big challenge. In the normal course of events, obviously we bring a person's name to the church meeting and the church meeting would make the final decision. But the way things are at the moment, following normal procedure is actually going to be difficult, if not on nigh impossible. However, for the sake of our young people, we feel that we still have to move forward. We may possibly be in a position to have a socially distanced meeting, but I really, really doubt that. In any case, even if we did that, that would exclude some people from coming because they might not want to take the risk. Equally, a Zoom meeting with so many people can lead to different chaos, and in actual fact, that also excludes quite a lot of people. When you look at our constitution doesn't allow either for postal votes, so what do? Well, we have looked at all different kinds of things and solutions and been round the houses. In the end, given the unprecedented situation, there is no real way of doing this that actually conforms to our constitution. Our feeling at the moment is that the best way forward is to allow people in this unprecedented circumstance to have a postal vote. and we can then ratify that when circumstances change. Now, obviously, this is far from how we would have wanted to proceed, but as they say, we are where we are, and it is what it is. And so we would really value any thoughts that you have on that, and if you want to get in touch, that would be helpful. Or if you or your Connect group want to try and chat that through via Zoom or anything else, I'd be happy to do that. I really hope you'll try and appreciate some of the issues that we're wrestling with at the moment, and you'll try to be as supportive of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve and where we're trying to go. Obviously, in all of that, we would really like people to be praying through everything. We clearly want to do what God wants and what is best for our fellowship. In the meantime, can I thank everybody for their love and prayers and encouragement during this time. I know in the future they'll have to create a new section in the Baptist Minister's Manual to prepare people for the future, because nothing could have prepared us for this. So stay at home, stay safe, folks, at the moment. Abide by the guidelines. We join with Paul today in saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God bless you and have a good rest of the week.